welcome back. Today I am doing something different. I decided I have a lot of manga. I am a little bit behind on my Goodreads goal, so I figured if I read a lot of manga it would help me catch up. But also I'm just in the mood to read manga. So basically I have a lot of manga here and I'm gonna try and see how many books I can read in a day for a full 24 hours. I'm not gonna time it like with my phone and time like a timer. I'm just gonna tell you guys what time it is when I start, and then the next day at that exact same time is when it'll end, and then we'll see how many I've read. But I figured I would give you the TBR real quick to show you guys what I'm gonna be reading. First we'll start off with Junji Ito, because I do have a lot of Junji Itos that I still need to read, so I'll just go through those real quick. Frankenstein, Deserter, Love Sickness, The Liminal Zone, which I've already started, so it shouldn't take me too long to finish this one. Tombs, and No Longer Human, which I have started and I'm about a fourth of the way through. Here's the rest. I'm excited. I got a bunch of new stuff that figured I'd give a try. So I do have volumes 3 and 4 of Monster. This is volume 3, volume 4. The rest are all new, and they're like the first couple volumes of each, so I'm super stoked about these. One of the biggest mangas that are out there, and also one of the largest, is One Piece. And this isn't something I would normally read, but because it's so loved, I figured I'd give it a try, and I literally just bought the very first volume. There's a lot. I think there's like over 120 of these, so yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot. And then one that I think I'll like a little bit more, and it seems easy. Also, One Piece apparently comes in the omnibus form, which I didn't know. Otherwise, I might have done that, but I didn't. At the time, I didn't know that. So, but this I did know. So I got Attack on Titan, the first omnibus, which is the collection of the first 3 books. I'm excited about this. This is like another huge one that, you know, is real well known. Then I have the first volume of Death Note. I've actually had this for a while. I just haven't never read it. It's the black edition. Oh, I just realized this contains volumes 1 and 2. So technically I have the first 2 volumes of Death Note. And then this one I'm actually really excited about. This one's a little chonkier. It's an omnibus too. I don't know how many stories it contains, but so far I think there's 12 in existence, or about to be 12. It's called, I think it's pronounced Gantz or Gantz. I'm gonna call it Gantz. This one I didn't know at first when I got it. I read like the description, which sounded really cool. It was like kids die and then they come back as ghosts, but they get like weapons and then they have to fight something. It just sounded really cool. But apparently it's like 18 plus. There's a lot of gore, a lot of nudity, just a lot of stuff. So yeah, just be aware of that if you do read this. Speaking of Ghost, I got the very first volume of Tokyo Ghoul. This one's a little short one. I don't know if I'll like it or not. I guess we'll see. And then these next ones I think I'm really gonna like. So I got 2 volumes of each because they're pretty short. And I wanted to give it like a, I don't want to read just like, you know, like 80 pages and have the book be done. So I figured I'd get the first 2 volumes of each of these series, and then after those decide if I like it or not. So the first one is The Promised Neverland. So here's book 1, here's book 2. And then the other one is actually been a lot more popular recently, and I see it a lot, which is Spy Family, volume 1, and then volume 2. So yes, that is the manga I have here. And I'm just going to see how long it takes to read it. It is currently, I don't know if you guys can see that. It is currently 2:02 p.m. So we'll just say 2 p.m. So it's 2 p.m. I will be finished at 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'm going to try and, will I fall asleep? Probably. I don't know. I would pull an all-nighter, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel later. If I do end up going to sleep, I'm going to try and sleep, like basically take like a nap. So unless I finish all the manga like in a good chunk of time, which I don't know. I will update you guys in a little bit with my thoughts. Hey guys, okay, so update, it is 8:21 p.m. and I have read volumes 1 and 2 of The Promised Neverland. Give them both 4 stars. I really like this. I think I'm actually going to continue on with the series. Basically, it's about some kids who are orphaned, and when they turn 12, they get adopted out into the world, but they've never seen the outside world. The kids that do get adopted, they never like contact the orphanage ever again, so they never hear from them. And then a little girl gets adopted, and she leaves her bunny behind, which she would never leave behind. And so the kids try to go to the gate to give her her bunny. They see something kind of scary, and then they find out that they've been lied to this entire time and that the world outside is very scary. I liked it. These two books felt like a giant like chess game. Like you couldn't tell what was going on half the time. I mean, you could tell what was going on, but like it just like it was actually more complex for like something that seemed kind of like middle grade-ish manga, even though it wasn't. And then I read the very first volume and the Attack on Titans, and I really liked this too. Some of the panels were hard to know what was going on in this. Basically, it's about a brother and a sister, and they live in a walled city because there are titans, which are like giant humans, but they don't talk, and they eat the regular humans. They have like a 50-meter wall. The titans are like not as like tall as that, so they've been living in the wall for this long. A giant, what they call a colossus titan, shows up, which they didn't know existed, and he's bigger than the wall, and he breaks it, and then all the other titans get in and they just like massacre the whole town. And it's about this brother and sister. They start training to take down the titans, and I like this. I'm gonna finish this volume and then I'll see if I'll continue. So far, I would say I would continue with this because this is pretty fun. The other one I've started so far is I'm about a fourth of the way in through One Piece. Not quite normally what I would read, but it's okay. I'm gonna finish it before I make a full decision. Yeah, so far I'm just not, it's not the worst thing I've ever read, and it's not the greatest either. But yeah, I can see where it has potential. This is just about a young little boy who wants to be a pirate, and he has an older pirate friend who's like full-grown adult. He's obviously a little boy. He wants to prove that he is going to be the best pirate of the world, the king of the pirates, and so he tells his friend that he's going to do it, and the guy gives him his hat and says, alright, well, give this back to me when you become king of the pirates. And so it's just him setting sail. So I'll probably finish this tonight, and then I want to read, I think, the volume of Tokyo Ghoul, and then maybe a volume of Spy Family before I like hit the hay because I'm exhausted. And then I'm gonna get up like super early and read more. But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Hey guys, so today it is 8:17 in the morning, and I ended up staying up till around midnight, 1:30, no, 1, between midnight and 1 is kind of when I fell asleep. But I did finish a couple more mangas, so completely changed up my plans from what I said I was going to finish last night. I did finish One Piece. I think I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. It wasn't terrible or anything. It just wasn't it wasn't that interesting to me to continue the story, so I'm probably not going to continue with this. So yeah, so I finished One Piece, and then I decided to finish Liminal Zone by Junji Ito, and I gave this 5 stars. Basically just a bunch of short stories of his. Not much to say about it. Yeah, just your good old average Junji Ito book. And then the other book I did start and finish completely was Tomb. I almost hit myself on the face. I finished Tombs. I was gonna give this 5 stars, but I gave it 4 because like the first half of the book, the stories ended in a way that wasn't very satisfying. Just didn't have a good ending to me, but most of the stories were really entertaining, so I just left it at 4 stars, but it was really good. And then I did start Gaunt's, but I didn't get very far into it. I think I just read like the first 2 chapters, I believe. I don't really have anything to say about this yet because not much is going on yet. I did manage to start Spy Family, which, again, barely into it, so I don't have anything to say about this yet. I am going to start reading, I think I'm going to try and finish Attack on Titan and Spy Family, maybe a couple more Junji Itos. I definitely want to start Tokyo Ghoul and Death Note. I haven't even started Death Note yet, but it's like 8:20, probably like around 8:20 right now. And so I'm done at 2 p.m. That's when the clock ends. So I have like, what, 6 hours left to read? So I think I can conquer a couple more. So I will see you guys at 2 p.m. Okay, it is 2 p.m. Well, not 2 p.m. It's 2:15 p.m. and I finished a couple more manga, but I didn't finish as much as I wanted to finish, but I think I did okay. I ended up finishing Attack on Titan, the entire omnibus, and I would give this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I liked it. It was fun, and I'm definitely going to continue reading it, but some of the panels, again, are confusing, and there's a lot of nothing, like, just a lot of the panels could have been left out, honestly. But the story's still pretty interesting, and I'm definitely going to continue it. So next, I started and finished the first volume in Tokyo Ghoul. This was okay. I'm giving this a 3 stars. Will I continue it? Maybe. I think if I have other manga that I'm more interested in right now, so if I finish all those mangas and then I still want to read manga, maybe I'll continue this. But it wasn't bad. It just wasn't as exciting as some of the other stories I've read. So yes, this was a 3 star for me. Tokyo Ghoul was about a boy who lives in a world where ghouls exist, and they like eat humans, and they can take the form of humans, so you'll never know like if they're human or if they're ghoul. And he finds a pretty girl and he goes on a date with her, and she ends up being a ghoul. And then she ends up getting hit by a beam and dying, and he is on his deathbed, and so he gets knocked unconscious, and when he wakes up in the hospital, they had transplanted her organs into his body. So he's half ghoul, half human, and he has to try and live his life like that, which is a pretty cool concept. So yeah, that's what this was about. And then I read the black edition of Death Note, which was amazing. I love this. I give this 5 stars. So basically, this is about a boy named Light, which is kind of an odd name, but his name is Light, and he finds the Death Note, which is a notebook where if you write someone's name in there, then they'll die, and you can even be more specific. And if you write how they die and like certain things about their death within a certain amount of time, then the death god, I can't pronounce his name. It's a Shinigami, I believe. That's like the name of the god, but I can't remember the name of the the name of the specific god that Light is involved with. But Light just takes it upon himself to try and rid the world of criminals and bad guys, and in the process kind of becomes one himself. I love this. I'm definitely going to continue this, and by far probably one of the best manga that I read throughout this 24 hours. So yeah. And then the last thing I managed to read before the 2 p.m. clock struck was the first volume in Spy Family. This was cute. I give this 4 stars. This is about a man who has to like take down another assassin or another spy, or just a man in general. But in order to do so, he has to have a wife and a kid. And so he basically goes undercover and like picks up an orphan and gets a wife and is trying to complete his mission. But like the wife he's a spy, the wife's an assassin, and the kid is telepathic. So it's really cool and cute. And it's like a funny action-packed one. And I'm definitely going to continue this too. So yeah, 4 stars. All in all, I read 9 manga, and I got through like the first third of Gaunt's. So, and some of them were omnibuses and stuff. So, I mean, it's not bad for 24 hours. And I went to sleep also, so. But yeah, definitely have more manga I could have read. I still needed to read the 2 monster volumes, and I had like 4 Junji Itos left, I believe. So this is what I read. I would say my favorite is definitely Death Note, with maybe The Promised Neverland coming in second. And then maybe Tombs. I really did like Tombs, but I'd say my least favorite was One Piece, just because I didn't really like it that much. And then maybe Tokyo Ghoul being my second least favorite out of all of them. But I had fun, and I'm definitely going to continue most of them. So if you like this video, comment down below, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.